Welcome to part 4 of our 2022 New York Mets first half grades. It is now time to go to the bullpen. This is our first part. Let's get started.
On 3-2, Vader swings and misses, strike 3. He struck him out. 5 Met pitchers combined for the second no-hitter in New York Mets history.
So we talked a little bit about the Mets bullpen in a video last week where we talked about 6 arms that can improve this section of the roster. But we've had our bright spots. We've had our low spots. Everyone's had their moments.
I mean, we go from a trumpet blower blowing down the ninth inning to, a guy who's got a spinny curveball that gets blown out of the ballpark to a guy that cut his hair and he blows chunks. We got a lot of blowage in this bullpen, and I can't wait to break it down.
Lots and lots of blowing. So let's start with Adamantino. Signed as a free agent, 1-year deal.
I gave Adamantino a C. He's had his bright spots. He's had his brain-dead stupidity of giving Nicholas Castellanos a fastball. He sometimes has to lose the velocity. He'll lose control of it, which, again, benefit of having the nasty movement. He does say yes to walks, but again, overall, he's had his moments. He's had positive, he's had negative. He's been what you expect on out of a veteran reliever.
I went in the same realm, a little bit higher, B-. Disgusting stuff. He is so frustrating to watch. He is so nerve-wracking to watch. Walks the ballpark if he doesn't have his control, but hey, he's made his mistakes, obviously, but he's been solid all around. He's definitely been one of our trusted arms in the bullpen. Even though it's very nerve-wracking to watch him pitch, he's definitely been reliable for the most part. Definitely a bargain for what you signed him for in $4 million. All right, now let's get to Drew Smith. Interesting guy to talk about. We made a video about him. You guys should go check that out.
Give him a B+. Solid. He turned his cutter into a slider and got more bite on it. Maybe he's been watching Adamantino highlights. He's like, let me try that. Been the second best reliever in this bullpen. You got one right for once. Is it sustainable? We'll see, but he's going to be here for a while, so you hope it's sustainable.
We all know how much of a fan I am of Drew Smith. Attack the strike zone and get a lot of strikeouts, and that's what he's pretty much done so far. A little concerning with the amount of hard contact he does give up, but that's kind of been a problem for a while. I really thought that he could have solved that from turning his cutter into a slider. Kind of a breaking pitch to a little bit more soft contact, but it just really has not worked out just yet. Maybe it will eventually. I gave Drew Smith a B+ as well. Getting into the prime of his career, maybe we'll, start to see him as one of the premier relievers in the game because he definitely has some good stuff. I really hope that he just continues to get better and hopefully he can work through the rough patches as he has been doing so far. All right, let's sound the trumpets. Edwin Diaz, the closer.
A+. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Should be in the All-Star game. Guy's been great. Again, I was never on the kill Diaz train. It wasn't like you sticking my dick out for him, but always secretly have loved Edwin. And again, being kind of limited the walks this year. I mean, he still has the occasional, just throw 4 out of the strikes, and you're just like, oh, here we go again. Majority of the time, he's had so many outings this year where it's just 12 pitches, go sit down, you're done.
I mean, there's not really much to say that I haven't said already. The man's elite. I mean, he's one of the best in the game. Slider is completely unhittable. His fastball started to get knocked around at the beginning of the year, but then he kind of cleared that back up. He's not even giving up hard contact anymore. I mean, this man has been completely unhittable. He has reached a complete another level. I mean, we talk about 2018 being his career year. I think he's even better than he was at that point, completely dominant. I would love to bring him back, but again, it's the reliever market, so who knows? But yeah, he gets an A+ for me. Not really much to complain about. He has been dominant 99% of the time this year. Let's get to Joely Rodriguez. Traded for Miguel Castro before the season started.
Gave him a C+. Again, like relievers, he's had his good nights, he's had his bad nights. Again, he's soft contact. Oh, he shouldn't be the number 1 lefty out of the bullpen post-trade deadline. He's done the job majority of the time, and I think that's what relievers you can ask for. Hopefully they do add a higher quality of lefty, and then he can go be like kind of go into the Jason Shreve role as the second lefty in the pen. Overall wise, pretty solid reliever.
All right, well, Joely Rodriguez gets a C from me. It's kind of been neutral. It's been back and forth. I like this guy's stuff a lot. I think he's got some great off-speed stuff. That kind of arm slot that he has is very deceiving to hitters from the left side, so I really like this guy. Walks a lot of batters. He can get wild at times where he can't find the zone. and that is definitely a problem. If this guy didn't have such prominent strikeout stuff like he does, he would be a fantastic pure ground ball type of pitcher. I obviously don't think he's top tier elite, but he definitely can be if he just doesn't walk guys. Say no to walk. All right, let's get into a very interesting one. Seth Lugo. Definitely not the Lugo from 2019.
Again, kind of the standard with relievers, and especially with this series. When you're mid, you get the mid grade. And I gave him a C. There's been stretches where the curveballs look great, and we thought, okay, there's the Lugo we love. And then, like, he can look great to, oh, he's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's getting absolutely rocketed out of the ballpark. You know, I'm not saying it's coincidence that his curveball has gone down since a certain sticky stuff has gone away. I'm not saying he was using it, but stuff has diminished a little bit since the sticky stuff has been banned. He's no longer that elite guy that stole Edwin Diaz's job for a year. We'll see. Hopefully, again, he's a walk here. What he can get on the open market. But
yeah, I'm also going to give him a C as well. He's just been up and down. He's had moments where he's looked like vintage Lugo, and then he's also had moments where he's just not there. He doesn't have it. And we really relied on him as one of those guys who 9 times out of 10, he was going to be that guy to lock the guys down. And he's just not that guy anymore. And most of it has to do with his health. I mean, the wear down on his elbow, the wear down on his arm, it's kind of really played into a factor of his inconsistencies. When he misses spots, it's bad. It really is bad. Very interesting to see what happens in the future because he is a pending free agent. He's a little bit older now, so we'll see what happens. Now we can get to Tommy Hunter, who has not really pitched as much, but he's pitched recently. Pitched for us last year. He was pretty good.
I mean, he's an A+. He's the only Met ever to hit 1,000 and have a 0 career ERA in the New York Mets. So that's guaranteed A+. Better than Edwin Diaz, better than Jacob deGrom. It's Tommy Hunter. Thick boy season, tub legend. Tommy Hunter gets an A+. No, I'm serious. Like, literally, you're the only Met ever to have a 0 ERA and bat 1,000. Like, there's no other. Again, you're doing something Seaver never did, Jake never did, Franco never did, Wagner never did. You ever just do his little dance at first base? That's an A+ just for the dance move. Just cranking it right there. Yeah. Crank the run the lawnmower.
It's a little it's way too late here to argue this. Okay.
This man had back surgery and was never going to pitch again, and he still's got a 0 ERA in the big leagues. That is a warrior.
Okay. We'll change it. Okay. A+, Tommy Hunter. He's the man, all right? He says no to walk, so we love him. All right, moving on. Last but not least, Trevor May. Now, he is injured right now. We haven't really heard much about him. We've heard, stagnant updates. But for when he was pitching, what do you got?
I'm going to give him an F. He's been absolutely just god-awful this year. I mean, last year it was up and downs where he had some great nights. This year, his fastball's cooked. Every time you see him getting up in the bullpen, you just cry a little bit inside because you know he's going to give up a run. Trevor May has been an absolute disappointment. Another just whiff of the signing.
The only thing that keeps me from giving this guy an F is the fact that he was administering some soft contact, but that's about it. D- from this guy. I just don't think he's been really healthy all year. Hopefully when we get him back, he will be a lot better, and we need him to be that high leverage guy in that bullpen since we are pretty much missing that right now. We definitely need Trevor May to come back and be at least half of what he was in Minnesota.
It's sad that our best reliever is a journeyman Rangers reliever who has great dance move, but like you think about it, our bullpen it's a bunch of weirdos. One, they're all massive NBA stars, but two, they're also dweebs. You got Fortnite Boy, you've got Drew Smith who wants to go hang out with swimsuit models, and he got a because he actually got to touch a woman for once. Tommy Hunter is the lawnmower just twerking it on first base. Maybe there's different names, which we'll get to, but besides that, what a group of gentlemen, I guess.
I think that analysis should just be the whole video. That was good. I like that. Cut out everything before us. That was pretty good.
I mean, I do steal the show. That is what I'm here to do.
Rhino steals the show.